From Chicago streets to the courts beat, South Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, where the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
What is good, Horniac Nation and Bulls fans worldwide, and welcome back to another edition of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. We are your hosts for the evening, Sal Bass, Dan Gracie, and the coach himself, Scotty B, rocking some Illini gear. You've been watching March Madness there, Scotty B.
I have. I'm quite disappointed right now because Duke was getting their ass kicked for most of the game, and they actually won. I'm so mad about it. I would have laughed my ass off if Duke lost as the number one overall seed. But
They actually came back and won that game. They were down by like 10 at one point.
They were down by 15 at halftime. They should have lost. They did lose two of their coaches right before the tournament started, so that doesn't help. But I would have laughed. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose one of the next two games. I think, yeah. So, but I've been watching. I've been enjoying it. The best thing about March Madness is, Dan will attest to this because it's funny. He just saw it. Is you start to find out about like these random players that do weird things that you've never even heard of. High Point, there's a guy on that team that hit his first 2-point bucket of the year. He only shoots threes. He took 4 2-point shots all year, and he hit his first one doing a game-winning layup at the end of the game to beat Wisconsin.
So, wow. Is he on that Billy Donovan plan?
But no, I love early games because there's always you always get these big name teams going up against like these teams that if you're not actually like into college basketball, you're not going to watch it. And then they end up like keeping it close or sometimes winning. And it's fun. Obviously they're not going to win the whole thing, but they win a game or two or keep it close. It's fun. And then you start to see these players that there's a guy on Siena that probably will be transferring to a top team next year. So we'll see. I love college. I love the tournament as much as it's going to be there's like 4 or 5 teams that can win it. It's just still fun to like the first 2 days are fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dan
but
Gracie,
also,
how are you doing there?
Fuck Duke. I hope they lose.
Except for Carlos Boozer's.
Which one? Boozer was at the game too, just rocking a Duke hat.
Duke hat. Okay, I was gonna ask if he put on some shoe polish on his head. On his head.
No, never again.
For the game. Yeah, lesson learned.
Dan Gracie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little sleepy, but that's life.
That is life. Scotty B, I'm glad that you mentioned college hoops. I think I will mention college hoop. You just answered my question. Nonetheless, as you gentlemen know, we like to start every episode to get the blood flowing, get the juices pumping with a little game I like to call Tuesday Trivia. And today's Tuesday Trivia question was inspired by March Madness itself. My question is to you gentlemen, can either you might don't be so hard on yourself, Dan Gracie. My question to you gentlemen is, can either of you gentlemen name the lowest seed in the NCAA tournament to win the whole darn thing? Lowest seeded NCAA champion.
How low do the seeds go? I have
right now,
I believe 1 through 16.
Yes.
16?
No.
So I'll say 14.
That's a little off. Scotty B.
I want to say there was an 8 or 9 seed that won it one year. I don't remember. I want to say it might have been NC State.
It was not NC State, but you were close with you had the number right with the number 8 seed, and it was not NC State. Want to take another stab at a team?
No, UConn.
No, UConn. They were pretty highly rated that year. What year was it? Can I get a year?
1985.
85? I have
Kansas.
no idea. No.
All right.
Kansas wouldn't have been that low.
Well, since I stumped my co-host here, the lowest seed to win the NCAA men's basketball tournament was a number 8 seed achieved by the Villanova Wildcats in 1985 when they defeated top-seeded Georgetown. While other lower seeds have made deep runs, none have broken this record since the tournament expanded 1985. So to answer my question, Villanova Wildcats did it as an 8th seed back in 1985, which is interesting because I know when I stopped doing those brackets, I stopped filling out any of those brackets.
Do you know who was on that Georgetown team?
I was going to ask if there's any notable
negative 3
players.
years old.
There's a Knicks legend
who was on that team. Patrick Ewing?
Yep. Patrick Ewing was on that team. Yep. That was
on that Georgetown team, right?
Yep. He was a senior that year.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Gentlemen, as much as the March Madness is in full swing, the only madness right now happening in the Bulls community is just pure madness. With that being said, I like to start our Bulls talk with our typical status of the Bulls so far. And currently, the Bulls are 28-41. They're sitting 4th in the Central Division, still 12th in the Eastern Conference. We're coming off of an absolute shellacking at the hands of the Toronto Raptors. What are your thoughts of the team so far? I know it's winding down, but what has anything changed?
Team is not good. No.
All right, I guess I should elaborate. I should elaborate that because, I guess we're not really looking at this season as any sort of this is a wash. We're just looking at pieces for next season. I guess my question is: have any more players kind of sparked your interest and kind of oh, okay, I kind of want to see them next year?
No, I forgot who I said the last podcast when we talked about this, but I know my answer has changed because I think we should cut everyone except Matas and Giddey. Obviously, we're going to keep Jaden because he's restricted. Keep Leonard because he is just making Patrick Williams look like a fool out there with his $90 million contract. And then I would keep Nick Richards, even though I don't think Nick Richards is good, but we need a center. So you got to keep the big man around.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I
don't care about any of these players. I
mean, I don't mean to
so disheartening, mean or rude or anything like that.
No, it's not.
But
no, it's as expected, dude. Like this season has not been anything that anyone has expected. And it fell short of a lot of expectations. I know a lot of Bulls fans have kind of fell off the face of the earth, and they're like, you know what, just I'll come back next season just once they figure it out.
Wake me up when the off season starts.
Very good, very good. Scotty B, what have you noticed? Has anyone kind of sparked your interest? Have you changed any sort of views from last show?
Funny enough, Dan, I really, when you said wake me up when the next season starts, I was like, okay, Green Day.
Yeah, Billy Joel. Joel Armstrong.
The season starts in October.
Wake me up when it's October.
I don't know what I'm really I've seen a lot of talk of who to keep. One thing I do keep seeing up is should the Bulls trade Tre Jones? Because you guys talked about last night on Tap Live, is Tre Jones is probably the best backup point guard in the league right now. But what are you going to get for Tre Jones? No one's going to give you a first-round pick for a backup point guard. So is it worth trading him and getting someone in the draft, or keep him because we have him cheap? So I've seen that. I'm leaning towards why not keep him? This is his 5th year right now, so we have him under for 2 years, I think. Nick Richards, I'm fine him gone. Rob Dillingham, I think he's playing himself out of the lineup. He's not really progressing. I think he's just scoring more because he's getting more playing time. But I haven't seen really progression from him. Colin Sexton, you're going to get 20 points from him a game. But I don't think we can pay him. If you can get him, actually, Justin brought up a great point last night. Depending on who we draft is if we keep Colin Sexton or not. If we can draft a guard, say we get Portland's pick, we're going to draft probably a forward /center and a guard. And if we do that, I think they let Colin Sexton go. If not, they bring Colin Sexton back. And if you can get him for $15 to $18 million, absolutely do it. But if he's wanting 20 plus, no, let him walk. Yobs, I'm fine with him leaving. He's kind of played himself out of the rotation a bit. Jalen Smith, he's a monster. Keep him as much as possible. Matas, I've seen him. He is the one that I feel has taken the big step. He's kind of that Kobe White that happened last year when we traded everybody and Kobe just stepped up and started tearing it up, or whatever, 2 years ago. So that's the one thing I've been wanting is, can Matas step up? But also I'm worried with Matas and especially Leonard Miller. Are they just doing it because no one else can? Or are they actually showing that they can play? I think more Matas can play. I'm more worried about Leonard Miller. Is he just doing that because no one else can? So it's kind of, he's just filling that role, getting those buckets, getting those rebounds because no one else can get those rebounds. Jaden Ivey, there's talks that he might not even come back this year.
Yeah, I think he's done for the year.
Yeah. So
yeah, I know the medical staff said that they would. Anthony Simons will be evaluated in another 10 days, and then Jaden Ivey will be reevaluated next week. I'll be honest with you, where I don't see them shutting them down for the entire season. Yeah, I can see them shutting them down for the entire season. I don't know, like, and it's not fair because I said it the other day, like, we haven't really gotten a good sample size of these guys yet. Like,
I could see them shutting, if they really want to re-sign Anthony Simons, they will shut him down for the rest of the year because he will get less money in free agency.
Yeah.
Because he did not play well with the Bulls. He only played well with Boston, and I think he's having a down year compared to what he was doing in Portland. And he's not going to get the money he wants. If we want to get him for under 20 or around 20, they're going to shut him down for the rest of the year.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind. See, the more and more that we talk about Anthony Simons, again, I'd like to reiterate that he's probably been one of my favorite players, not just
Sal,
on the
before
Bulls,
we go
but
on,
league wide. Yeah,
there is one player I do want them to bring back. Bring back Yuki. I don't care. Bring back Yuki.
Yes.
Yuki
Yeah,
Mania. Every time he comes in, like, I'm at the point where I'd rather see Yuki play than Rob Dillingham. Because I think Yuki's a way better playmaker. And he's craftier.
Yeah.
He's sneaky.
I almost want to say they're the same size too. So, or at least they look the same size on the court.
What does it? Well,
they're not listed the same size, but it's just like,
yeah. Because isn't Rob Dillingham like listed 6'3"?
He's 6'1", or it says 6'1", 6'2". Yeah,
yeah. He's not.
I take all those sizes with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
because he's not.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring back Yuki.
Yeah, what? I mean, honestly, like, I'm glad that, here's the thing, and that's why people will ask, how is it fun watching games? Like, how do you still have fun watching games? It's players like that. It's, you get to see Yuki, you get to see Matas, you get, like, the fact that we're not, I don't want to say trying to win, because I want to stress that no NBA coach and no NBA player is going to go out there and intentionally lose game. But the fact that we're not winning games, there's still fun things happening around. Back to Anthony Simons, though, I'm going to say this, that I think Anthony Simons, if he would just embrace the role of a six-man, he would have a very, very successful and lucrative career on the not just in the NBA, but on this Bulls teams. Like, this Bulls team could really much benefit from having an Anthony Simons six-man providing that spark off the bench for scoring. Or if we can't figure out who our starting two guard is going to be next year, because like you guys said, it's unsure if we're going to bring back Ivy. The status of Colin Sexton is unsure. Are we going to draft a two guard? Are we going to pick up one in free agency? Maybe keep him in there as the starter. But you guys mentioned Matas, and I want to move on to Matas because I really do agree with you guys where I feel like Matas in this last few games has really taken that step into, I don't want to say he's emerged, by no means am I saying Matas is here, but he is emerging. Look at his last 10 games here. He registered a 20, 11, a 20, 41, 22, 18, 29, and then 19-point game, respectively. And that game where he dropped 41 points, he shot 57% from the field and attempted 28 of them. So I think Matas is here, man. Matas is here, and he's going to make a case for next season. We're going to expect big things, and we're going to see big things from him. Dan Gracie, what do you feel that Matas can provide, not just for the remainder of the season, but going into next season? Like, is he? Do you think he could be a leader of this team?
I don't think he can be a leader. I don't think he's there quite yet. Can he be? Possibly. I mean, he's still so young. Like, he's got to mature a little bit more and everything. I'm not trying to like clown him or anything like that. Just he's a young fool right now. Like, every time I see Matas not on the court, I'm just like, he's just a kid. He's just a child. But yeah, I think he has the potential of being the guy. I mean, we'll see. Bulls oh my God, I can't say the word developmental lately hasn't shown it's great. And when they do find it like a great coach to develop the players, they end up firing them, like the shooting coach that they fired. That didn't make sense to like anyone. But yeah, I think he has the potential. I think it would be more Josh Giddey's team than Matas for at least 2 more years, probably, maybe 3. We'll see which one rises first, but it's definitely Matas and Giddey's team.
Absolutely.
So,
Scotty B, question for you about Matas, and that is because you asked me this the other day, and I really did not have a good answer for you. I'm gonna pull the Uno reverse card and ask you your own question, and I'm gonna say, do you think Giddey and Matas can win a championship on their own, or do you think they need another player?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't see Matas as the number one option. Say we luck into a top 4 pick. There's 4 guys minimum in this draft that can become that guy. There's also probably players later in the draft, but I don't think so. I don't see.
I mean, yeah, that was why it was kind of hard for me to answer, because I don't know who we're going to draft. It all depends. Like, there's so many factors that go into like what's happening now and then 2 years from now. Like, Matas might not even be on the team in 2 years. Like, who really knows? They might trade Matas.
I mean, yeah, speaking out like, yeah, it depends on how his progression goes. Okay. Let's speak worst case scenario here, or realistic scenario. Okay. Let's say the Bulls fall short of achieving a top 4 pick. We strike out with either DeBanza, Wilson, Boozer, or Peterson, and we just get a genuine all-round okay, decent player in the draft. Where do you shift your attention towards? Because I'm assuming right now we're very much building around Matas and Giddey. Strike out. Where do you immediately shift your attention towards? Because you got to have a plan B.
So, like, what position do we draft, or what exactly are you asking?
So I guess what I'm saying is, like, let's say we don't get a top 4, and now we have to search for just a supporting player. How are you going to alter your strategy as far as like who you're going after, like how you're going to build this team around, basically like that?
Well, I think first they need to move Matas to the small forward position. I think that's his natural position. I think he'll be better at the 3, not the 4. And either draft or try to find a good big man that can play off Giddey. And because right now the biggest thing that's hurting us is all the guards that we traded for. Like, we're such a small team. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why we keep losing games, just because we're outsized out there. So yeah, either draft a big man or sign a big man that's not Nick Richards. Also, I have a mock draft up if you're curious on what this. It's from the Tankathon, and it says that we're the 9th pick as of right now and drafting a point guard. Another point guard for the Bulls.
Considering that we have 3 of them on the team already, we would it sure benefit. Is that a accredited website, or is it, somebody in the basement? I'm not familiar with it.
Accredited. I tried to go to NBA DraftNet, but it just kept crashing on me. No, it didn't crash on me, but it didn't have the Bulls on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I saw that. This is the thing, man. I really don't ever
wild.
I don't follow these mock drafts because They're just fuel for
I mean,
such triggering statements online. Like, okay, it'll be like, oh, the Bulls are statistically, slotted to pick the 9th pick, and they're going to pick some player in a position we don't even need. You know what I mean? I really never really invest too much into them until like
No,
the actual number is
right. I use them.
certain.
Sorry. Yeah, I just use them because I don't follow college basketball. I use them as kind of like a feeler to, kind of get to know the players in the draft.
Yeah.
So
I like that some of them give you like the player comparison.
yeah,
And that like their ceiling and their floor.
I forgot. Oh, it was the year that oh my God. Was it? No, oh my God. The guy from Australia, not the point guard from Australia that's not Dante Exum. The year that he got drafted, I forgot what site it was, but the player comparison was Scottie Pippen. And I was like, no way is this guy going to be Scottie Pippen. I thought I thought he was going to be great.
Some of those player comparisons fall about 10 to 15 yards short of
For sure.
realistic quality there.
For sure.
Now, here's my question to you guys. All right, moving on. I wanted to do this because, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of interview type questions. I've been doing a lot of interview type episodes on the side here. I've had the pleasure of having Mr. Hayes, Guilty, and Troy, this most recent one, Troy from Australia, and a whole lot of Bulls show. And I asked them all the same question. I said, you guys are now GMs of the Chicago Bulls. So, gentlemen, Scotty B and Dan Gracie, you are now the JMs for the Chicago Bulls. I don't know what to call you, Scotty B and Dan Gracie. What do we call you? Bursey? Yeah, the Bursey era. There we go. The Bursey era has arrived in the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Dan Gracie's putting up his posters. Scotty B is moving his Lego plants into the office. But Day, I only said that because I know you like building those. You like those things, and some of them are really cool. But nonetheless, what are you gentlemen doing day one to ensure success of this franchise moving forward? Because as you know, right now, it's like a big knotted up ball of, I don't know how to untangle this string. Scotty B, what are you doing day one? And then Dan Gracie, your VP of GM. What are you doing day one? I don't need to explain this question
the
anymore.
General manager.
Yes, there you go.
I don't even know.
What are you doing, boss man?
I'm
Congratulations, gentlemen. You're fired.
We are the Bulls
First of all,
we're the Bulls. We don't know what we're doing.
Gar Forman did not know what he was doing for years. So,
yeah. Okay.
Really, like I said, I'm not bringing back most of the players I traded for. If I'm looking at the draft, I'm looking for really first round is best available. Second round, you get size. The Bulls currently have 3 picks. 2 of them are in the second round, possibly a 4th pick because
Already
they might get
on the same page.
Yeah, they may get right now. We're on pace to get the Blazers pick because I think they're 9th seed right now. They're a half game back from the Clippers, who are the 8th seed. So if we get that pick, you can get there's some decent players in the late second round. You can get some like a forward or something like that. Don't be surprised. We're going to get a guard. It doesn't matter. We're going to get a point guard or a shooting guard because guards positions don't matter anymore. You're going to find someone that can score a lot. But yeah, second round, you're going to find people that can get rebounds. Like Dan was looking at the mock draft. The center from Florida is averaging like 17 rebounds a game.
God damn.
Who's that?
Yeah. Chinhella? I don't know. Ruben Chinyelu. He really, you're going to get some older players in the second round. That's kind of why they're back there, but they're still good players. If we can get, I want Toppin. I understand that he tore his ACL, so he's probably not going to be back till mid-year, but that kid's so good. He would have won player of the year if he didn't get hurt.
He's talking about JT.
JT Toppin, not related to Obi. We found out yesterday.
Wild. I'm like, is there 3 of these?
That's insane. Yeah.
Free agency, I would try to find a leader that can come in. Like, you're not going to get a superstar in this free agency class. So try not to spend a ton of money. Next year, there is a couple free agents that are going to be available that might be worth trying to save up money for. And that is
Zach
Brandon
LaVine a
Ingram.
free
If
agent
you can
next year?
save up money for Brandon Ingram, I would say do it.
Yes. So much yes.
Maybe the Joker is just pissed off at Denver and wants to leave because he has a player option, but also do you want to spend $62 million a year on or more on him? Giannis is a free agent, also a player option. He's might leave. So there's some players that you can get that are a little bit older that can be leaders that I think would be good. But next year is the year if you want to try to make a big splash, that's when you do it.
LeBron James.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Yeah, but that's really my thing is you try to find someone that can help coach up your younger players and give them kind of that mentor for Matas to kind of become the leader or Giddey to become the leader. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
Tobias
I
Harris
understand.
is a free agent.
And then tell
Tobias Harris
Jerry
would be a
to
nice-
sell the team.
Well, I think
And
he'd
then-
be fired then. I don't know if you could call it
Yeah,
GM
you're right.
and tell him.
Sorry, I would tell Michael to fire the team. Jerry doesn't care.
Okay. Dan Gracie, your co-GM has made a lot of moves.
Yeah. Thanks
What
for
moves-
running them by me.
My
Dan
mistake.
Gracie just walked into work.
By the way,
Dan
we're
Gracie
saving
just
up all
walked
our
into work
money.
one day and it's a whole new team.
We're saving up all our money for Grayson Allen in 2 years.
Okay. Now both of you fired. Both of you fired and run out of Chicago. Picking up a player
No,
like
I-
him will result in some negative consequences there.
Hey,
I
and
would
by the
do-
way, not our Malik Monk
Yes.
will be he has a player option in 2027. He's not staying with that team. So that might be
Kings?
a player to pick up.
Okay. Dan Gracie, again, your co-GM did so many moves.
Yeah.
You're not even sure if your key card still works because he's been doing all the moves, but what moves are you making?
I mean, I've made a lot of the same moves that I would make. So if we're going out and trying to find someone in the free agency, I would probably try to get either Tobias Harris. I would probably try to get Tobias Harris. He's going to be a free agent in 2026. He's a good vet. He did great in Detroit. But I would also, this is probably a stretch, I would try my darndest to try to move Pat, get that money off the books, create more money for us. Plus, I don't know who would take Pat at this point, especially for his contract.
Expansion draft is going to be the
I forgot.
Yeah.
really. I think
That
the
was
expansion
a
draft
segue
might be
into
the
that.
only. I think they would pick Jaden Ivey before. He's not someone we would protect. I don't think.
Okay, well
But-
they're gonna have two teams, right? It's gonna be Vegas and Seattle, right? So send
I think
Ivy to
Yeah.
one team and then Pat to another team. Pat, you
Yeah,
can be
I
in
think that-
Vegas.
That's the
not how
only
that
way.
works.
Yeah, but I think
I
that's the
agree
only
with
way we
that.
move on from.
Yeah.
I don't even think
Pat.
there's anyone that's going to. Okay. I'll get to that question because I did want to talk about the two new teams later. But
Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. I'm glad you guys mentioned it's a good segue. So all good moves. All good moves. I've
I
never
do have a
been
question for Dan.
Okay.
Would
Ask your co-GM.
Okay, should we move on from Billy and try to find a coach that would be better at developing young players?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our that.
Yeah.
That would be probably the move too.
Yeah. I don't think Billy's a bad coach, but I also don't think Billy is like an amazing coach either. Yeah.
I don't think he's good at developing players.
He's not. I think he's a mediocre coach at best in the NBA. Just look at his NBA record. I don't think it's that great. I sent you guys, I don't know if you guys read it, but I sent you a link to an article about Fred Hoiberg and the comparison between Fred Hoiberg since he left and the Chicago Bulls since Fred left. I'm not saying that Fred's better of a coach than Billy when it comes to the NBA level anyways. But yeah, I would definitely get rid of Billy and try to find a good developmental coach. I don't know who that would be. Like my pick for coaching is always going to be, oh my God, I just forgot his name. Mike Malone from,
Oh yeah.
used to coach the Kings and Denver. I think he's a really good, underrated coach. But yeah, I would also love the addition of Brandon Ingram. That's
Yeah.
that's
No way he's
that's
leaving that
great.
that Toronto team though.
God no,
Yeah.
God no.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say about the expansion?
Not well, I'll get to that in a minute because finally, deadgummit, since no one's ever asked me what I'd do as a GM, I'm going to selfishly take the reins.
Yeah. Say, what would you do? What would you do if you were
Well, what
GM?
I would do, Dan Gracie, is because after you and Scotty B signed Grayson Allen and the entire city of Chicago chases you into Gary, Indiana, much like the Chicago Bears.
Real quick, Scott, can we bring Tony Snell back?
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad move, but
I don't think Tony Snell wants any part of Chicago.
Can Rip Hamilton be our coach?
no. No. We have enough mediocrity right now. Okay. Real talk. What would I do? Day one, it's my day one as my GM. I'm hanging up my Joey Crawford signed picture that Scotty B got. My Denzel Valentine jersey is hanging up and it's looking nice. Real talk, first thing I would do is where I did say in previous episodes, I do not ever say that a personnel deserves to be fired because I think that it speaks poorly on people's character. I will say that if I am in charge of hiring and firing, I would try to look at different coaching scenarios than Billy Donovan right now. I truly do feel as though he's reached his limit. We've seen the best we could get out of Billy Donovan. I think his peak was in Oklahoma when he made the finals there with the big three that he had. And since then, it's been trending in the downward direction. So what I would do is I would make a decision since we are on the cusp of a pivotal rebuild. I would say that this coach is not who I want to take into my future. I would immediately make a phone call to Golden State and try to get Jerry Stackhouse from their assistant coaching staff and see how he pans out as a head coach. Because I do feel as though, and I've said this many times before, I do not like taking head coaches from failed experiments. So basically saying I don't want somebody else's coach that just got fired. People forget they get fired for a reason. But I will take an assistant coach from a successful franchise, Golden State being one of them. Next thing I'm doing is I'm reevaluating the entire medical and training staff that we have on this roster because it is downright ridiculous that we had so many consecutive seasons of just injuries. Now, I'm aware that injuries happen. They're a dime a dozen. Like it's part of the game. I am aware. But how many season-ending injuries have we had? What's that?
It feels like we're cursed because we always get injured. It's not. I'm not saying like the Michael Jordan curse or anything like that, but like
no.
Just the level of injuries and how long the injuries are and the transparency about the injuries. Do you remember when Patrick Williams got hurt and and the Bulls front office was like 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks passed, and then they were just like he's being reevaluated. Once he got reevaluated, Patrick's out for the rest of the season.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm reevaluating that training staff. I'm investing in some quality personnel to develop players. That's what I'm doing. If we're on the cusp of a rebuild, I want to do it right. I want to get the personnel that will help our players reach their top potential. As far as free agency is concerned, I mean, I'll be honest with you, this free agency probably isn't the most extravagant, but I'm going after bigs like, Precious Achua from Sacramento. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. I'm looking at him. Rui Hachimura, the Bulls have been really high on him every single year. There is a trade that involves Rui Hachimura. So maybe try to take a look at him, see if he comes cheap. I know that with the Lakers kind of having some success right now and him being on the biggest NBA stage, so to speak, in LA, I don't think he'll want to take a detour, but who knows? John Collins. How many times do we hear a rumor of John Collins coming to the Chicago Bulls? I still think that man's got a lot to play for, and I think a change of scenery coming to the Windy City would benefit us. Just some of the bigs that we can get. And of course there's, Robert Williams III. There's a lot of good quality players on there that they're not so much spotlight players, but they're just quality players you could slide in. Who am I bringing back? Obviously, I'm bringing back Simons. I'm bringing back Simons, and then the rest, we'll see. And Yuki. But that's what I'm doing day one. And who am I drafting? I don't know. It depends what we get. Period.
Solid.
All right. Yeah. But now, gentlemen, I want to ask you guys real quick because this piece of information has really been striking my fancy because, as you guys know, my secondary team was always the Seattle SuperSonics, dating back to the glory days of Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf, Sam Perkins, Xavier McDaniels, all those. Detlef Schrempf, yeah. And with the NBA in recent weeks saying that there is looking to expand to 2 NBA franchises, and Seattle and Las Vegas being the realistic destinations there, so to speak. The Seattle SuperSonics are a very real possibility. So my question to you, gentlemen, is 1, what is your best name for the Las Vegas franchise if the Las Vegas franchise were to come in to play?
My God. I have no idea.
I want your best
Vegas Michael
guesses.
Jordans, because it's just gambling over there. Or I guess the Las Vegas Goats, they could call them. Tribute to MJ. I have no idea. I would say Aces, but isn't that the WNBA team? Aren't they the Las? Yeah. So like they took that. That's a good name. I have no idea. I have the Las Vegas, the Craps. I don't know.
The Craps? Yeah, that's Vegas Craps. All right.
Oh, I was like, I don't, because Las Vegas is just desert and gambling for the most part. Like, there's more stuff out there, obviously, but like when you think of Vegas, you think of the desert and gambling. So the Vegas casino, the casinos, the blackjacks. What's that? Blinko. Is it Blinko? Where the number falls? Plinko.
That is a Price is Right game.
I mean, you can bet on it though. I saw it in Vegas Vacation.
Oh, you're thinking of Keno.
Yeah, Keno.
Yeah. All right. So your answer to the Las Vegas franchise
any gambling
is
game,
any gambling name. I like
any gambling name. Just call them DraftKings. Fuck it. Sorry,
the Vegas DraftKings. Scotty B, give me your best name for the Las Vegas expansion team.
It will be the Las Vegas Kings because the Sacramento Kings will move there.
You really think that a Western Conference team is going there?
They should.
It's an expansion.
They should.
It'll probably be like they're either going to do card based like the Jacks or something like that because the Aces, or they're going to do some sort of wildlife with the desert. So maybe the Vipers, Scorpions, something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Tarantulas.
Something like that.
Las
I did
Vegas
see
Candle
Outlaws
Spiders.
because of the whole Wild West of Vegas used to be. But I feel like that's just such a football team name.
Yeah.
If LeBron James becomes the owner, the Crowns.
The Crowns, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, he said he wasn't interested in it though. So
no,
yeah,
I think he is, but I don't know.
But yeah, I think he is too. I think he's just downplaying it.
Yeah. My biggest concern, not talking about Vegas, is Seattle. Where are they going to play?
Don't they have an arena?
Key Arena currently has 2 professional hockey teams playing every other day from each other. So what do you mean? You're going to kick the 2 hockey teams that are currently there for an NBA team. And plus,
find a high school gym, play there.
Wasn't one of the reasons Seattle left is because of Key Arena?
It was part of, but it was mainly because the
Yeah.
CEO of Starbucks kind of threw him under the bus.
Real piece of shit.
Yeah,
Real
he's a
scumbag. But
by the way, if anyone hasn't seen
I think they're getting
definitely
a
watch
new.
that.
They would have to get a new stadium. I just don't think they can get into Key Arena with the timing.
I mean, maybe they could.
3 professional teams playing.
They might work something out with one of the hockey teams, maybe like scheduling or something. I don't know.
It just seems like it's going to be very hard to do with.
Well, where are they going to put the?
Regardless, if there's any
Las Vegas team.
They're going to play probably in the same place that the Knights play.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the Vegas Gold Knights. I forgot about that one. Okay, say it with me, gentlemen. The Las Vegas High Rollers. Come on, that's one thing
okay.
that I like. That's a solid sound.
I could see it.
If you're listening
What's
at home,
what's the
drop your
logo?
ideas in the comment section.
Is it
What
like
is
a
your
cigar?
idea for the Las Vegas NBA expansion team? Because Seattle's already going to be the SuperSonics. I feel like if you do not
They're not.
put the Seattle SuperSonics, you're looking for a butt whooping there, man. There's no way you're going to bring the Seattle team back and not name them the Sonics. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I'm
But
excited for.
Well, I
Seattle
do have a
basketball
question
to be
about
back.
that. Do you think Oklahoma gives them their championship banners back?
No,
No.
because they were never Oklahoma, like the original ones.
Like
Yeah.
the original
I could
Sonics
see that.
championships, do you think they give them, say that they give the Sonics name
I don't
back,
think
do you think they give them the championship banners back?
Maybe
Or since
now-
it's a different franchise?
I
Maybe
would
now
say
that
from-
Oklahoma has won a championship, maybe. But if they didn't win a championship, I bet you Sam Presti, that little son of a bitch, I doubt he would give those back.
I would say they would go back to before they separated. So whatever the Sonics achieved before they were transitioned to the Thunder would be reclaimed, and then that's it.
I mean-
so yeah, all the banners, maybe not the stats. See, the stats is where it's going to get interesting, but like identity and
would-
everything, yeah.
Yeah, but do like Sean Kemp, is his jersey retired? For who's it retired for? That's the other thing.
See, like
Like
this
the
is
retired
stuff
jerseys,
that-
do they come with them?
Yeah. This is stuff that they have to talk about if they haven't already talked about it yet, like with Sam Presti and probably Adam Silver or whoever is going to be the owner of the Sonics.
Sam Presti's not the
Well, the
owner
best
of
part
the
is
Iron
they won't have to worry about moving the jerseys because Sean Kemp's jersey is not retired in Seattle. However, it's not. However, if they get a Seattle team, because Sean Kemp was a big, he was a big participant in the bring back the Sonics movement, I could see them retiring it, like either that, just to get interest back into the franchise. I believe so. Yeah, I think that's what they'll do is they'll have to just all the stats before they became known as the Thunder would just be reclaimed. So no, they would not have credit for the championship that they just won last year. Gentlemen, the original reason why I asked the question about the expansion draft is this. You can protect 8 players, up to 8 players, from being selected from your team. All right, so my question to you gentlemen is, who are you keeping?
Giddey and
currently-
Matas.
We have 9 players
it.
under contract next year currently. That's including Jaden Ivey, who's a restricted free agent. Yeah.
So I guess who's the one player?
Who's the one player that I don't protect? Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
Done.
I like it. All right, let's just speak under speculation that everyone is under contract and they can pick from anyone on the team. Who's the 8 that you're keeping? Let's say everyone on the Bulls right now has a 4-year contract. No one's
Right.
going anywhere next year. Who are you keeping? 8 players
My
to build your
answer-
franchise around.
My answer stays the same. I'm only keeping Matas and Giddey. That is it.
You're going to run a franchise with 2 players. All right, outstanding.
We'll sign some players. Maybe.
If everybody's on there, Giddey, Sexton, probably Okoro, Jalen
Yeah, I'll keep
Smith,
Okoro.
Tre Jones. You're going to
Tre
do
Jones.
Rob Dillingham because he's still young. Obviously, Matas and Noah because you don't know what's up with Noah. And Matas, you can't move on with him. I don't know if they would even do Leonard Miller.
No, I
But-
can see them.
Yeah, I don't know how many that was. Really,
Oh, okay, you
Jaden
said-
Ivey and Patrick Williams are probably gonna be the 2 people that are the main people that aren't protected by the Bulls when this happens, because it won't be next year. It'll be the year after. So I think those are the 2.
28.
It'll probably be the earliest 28, 29, I'm guessing, or 27, 28, because there's a lot you have to do. But Jaden Ivey's
Well, just
probably
remember
one
that
of
it
them.
hasn't even
Yeah,
been
it-
approved yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Patrick Williams, I don't think they protect at all. And I think they would be fine with Isaac Okoro leaving too.
all right, I like it. I like it.
Because who needs
and you know what
defense?
You know what else I like? It's one of my favorite things in the world. A good game of categories. And Scotty B, you had one for us last time. And Every time you don't prepare the normally scheduled 3, you takes a little bit of my fun out. You cut my fun into 3 and you take away 2 of them. But I'm assuming and I'm hopeful that you've picked up 3. You only did 1 again? Are you kidding me? All right. Dadgummit, man.
It took a lot to like get ready for that live. So plus it's like the Bulls suck. So it's like hard to like things don't happen.
It doesn't have to be just Bulls.
I can get you 2 here. I got 2 actually.
You got
There
2?
you go.
All right, so if we
There you
tie.
go.
Okay.
Just randomly have 2 all of a sudden, huh? Are you sure you don't have a
Alrighty.
third one somewhere? Somewhere in that, maybe that zipper pocket? Got a third,
Yeah, that
third
quarter,
category?
that's only quartered zipped. Scotty B, what do you got for your category number 1?
Hold on one second. I need to get to a certain page.
Am I allowed to do the Jeopardy theme while we wait?
No.
Or that just
Okay.
legal?
Last game, 2 games ago, Matas joined a very small club, I guess. Yeah, small club.
Exclusive?
Exclusive. That's the
club?
word I was looking for. Yeah. Joined a very exclusive club. He has 100 blocks. He has over 100 blocks and over 100 threes. There are, since 2010, there are 16 other players that have done this. Can you guys name them?
In the NBA?
Blocks and
One season. Yes. It's 2010.
I know those blocks
There's-
and
They've had
Is it
100
threes?
blocks and 103 made in one season. Minimum.
All right.
There's
The Joker?
16 other players. He actually is not on this list.
What? I'm going to lose right away? Please tell me that wasn't the only one you had prepared.
Actually, let me look that up.
I don't remember if he was good at shooting threes. Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid is not on this list.
Did we both just take ourselves out? All right, I'm going to say Lori.
Hold on. Come on, stop. The Joker, the highest he's ever gotten blocks is 68. And you said
Well,
Lauri Markkanen is not on this list.
What about
He's not on this list?
Bam Adebayo is not on this list.
Okay, get out of big men. That sounds weird.
There is several big men in this list.
Okay. Since when you said?
2000.
John Collins?
John Collins is not on this list.
Big Cat.
Karl Anthony Towns has done it 3 times.
Finally.
That's wild. That's wild. I don't look at Cat as a shot blocker. I doubt he's on this list. Bobby Portis?
Bobby Portis is not on this list.
Yeah, okay. That checks out.
Can I say?
Did I just lose?
What- Yeah, you did.
I've seen Bobby play live multiple times. He shoots a 3. He shoots a 3
Yeah, but
and he gets in the
he doesn't-
paint.
He doesn't block.
I know. I'm just thinking of 3-point big men.
I'll give you another
Miles
chance.
Turner.
Miles Turner is on this list.
That was my guess.
He used
That
to be
was
on the
my
Bucks.
guess.
He used to be on the Bucks.
Fucking Brooke Lopez.
Brooke Lopez has done it 6 times.
I forget about him.
Miles Turner did do this. If you guys keep guessing if you want. There's one player
judging
that
how-
has one player has done it
D-Mash.
this year with Modest. Big man. Big.
Wemby?
Yes, Wemby's done
why
it
didn't I say
3
Wemby?
times.
Okay.
3 times. So every season.
How do you do it
Why
3
didn't we
times?
say
Oh,
that?
every single year. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's a
I keep
freak
forgetting.
of nature.
No, I forgot that he's been in the league 3 years already. It's wild. Or it's his 3rd season.
All
right.
You want me to just go through the list?
Yeah, just go through a list. I doubt that we're going to get any of them.
Yeah.
Alex
Marquise Morris.
Sarr did it once.
Really? Okay, good for him.
How do you say it, Sal?
Andrea Bargnani? My Italian
Argnani. Why couldn't I
paisano?
say
From-
it? You
oh, I
said you said his name
2010.
too last week. Yeah. Chet Holmgren did it once. Draymond
Yeah,
Green did it
Chet.
once. Aaron Jackson Jr. did it 4 times. That guy, he won. That's all he did in
Yeah.
Memphis was
Memphis.
just block the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, I remember this.
Jay Huff did it once. Jeremy Grant did it once. No.
I know somebody.
Who?
Can I just ask, is Derek White on this list?
No.
No. Okay.
Kevin Durant's done it 3 times. Porzingis has done it 4 times. Marc Gasol has done it once. Mo Bamba
of
has done it
Mark.
once.
Mo Bamba? Really?
And Serge Ibaka has done it once.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Ablaka.
okay. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
Before you move on to the next one, can we just recognize the absolute like falling brick that was the career of Mo
An
Bamba?
embarrassment.
Like I had sky high expectations for Mo
Yeah,
Bamba.
you wanted him so
I
bad.
love.
Was that the
Mo
year that we
Bamba.
got? Was that the same year that we got Wendell?
Yes. I believe
Yeah,
so.
I believe so. Maybe. I don't know. It was. I just know we didn't get Mo Bamba, and I was
He had
so
a rap
pissed.
song and everything.
Yes, he did. I
Song
think that was
too.
the Cam Reddish year, actually. You sure that wasn't the Cam Reddish year?
I don't remember.
Either way, what's your second category, Scotty B?
Okay. This is for Dan.
Yeah.
I want
Steve
you
Nash.
guys to name the 17 players that got votes for MVP in 2004 and 2005.
Okay. You just want it so Dan could say the player. I'm not going to say it. So
2004,
Amari Stoudemire.
2005. Who were the players that got votes
Amari
to win
Stoudemire.
MVP? Amari Stoudemire is on this list. He was tied for 9th.
Okay.
He did get one
Dan,
first
say your
place
name.
vote, by the way.
Dan, your guy. This is
Steve Nash.
That is correct. Steve Nash stole an MVP from Shaquille O'Neal.
Eat it,
Okay.
Sal.
By the way,
Eat it,
Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal's
In that
on
case-
this list.
Shaquille O'Neal is on this list then. Shaq.
Shaq is so mad about that MVP.
Suck it, Shaq. You go back to being a cop.
Okay, Dan.
That's a grown-ups reference for you. All right, Dan, who's your next pick?
He's a cop in real life too. I don't know, Kobe.
Kobe actually is not on this list.
That's
What?
This list is stupid. Then
All right.
Kobe.
So for the win,
Was he hurt?
I mean, that was
2004? I don't remember.
LeBron James.
I was gonna say someone. Needs to
LeBron
say
James is 6th on this list. Do you know any other players?
Who's the rest of them then?
You don't know. Just you give some
I'm
guesses.
sure
I
Carmelo
said
Anthony.
Yeah,
Dwayne
Melo,
Wade.
Melo was not on there.
Bosh.
Dwayne Wade was on there. Bosh was not on there. No. Jermaine O'Neal might have been. Was that Malice in the Palace year where he got suspended?
I don't know.
Dirk.
Dirk.
No, I think that was earlier.
Dirk
Tim
is on this
Duncan.
list. Tim Duncan's on this
Yeah,
list.
Timmy, Tony Parker.
Tony Parker's not on this list.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back. Chris Paul.
A lot of guards. Chris Paul is not on this list.
Wow. Okay. Actually, he wasn't drafted yet.
Your favorite center ever.
Mine? My favorite center ever. Okay.
Sal doesn't even know who his favorite center is.
I don't even know who my favorite center is.
That's right, Marcus Camby.
Marcus.
Man,
Camby.
Marcus
I
Camby.
haven't
I
heard
love
that
Marcus
name in years.
All right.
The guys you missed, Allen Iverson came in 5th. Tracy McGrady was
Yeah.
7th. Ray Allen
Vince.
was tied for 6th. Seattle legend. Kevin Garnett, Gilbert Arenas, Vince Carter, PJ Brown, Marcus Camby, and Sean Marion.
The Matrix. Okay. Very nice. Very nice list. So I give you props. You prepared us with 2. All right. So at least I got to have fun class.
That was the first one I was gonna do, and then I saw the 100 list that he joined that, and I was like, yeah. And do you know what's kind of surprising is the blocks and dunks are something I've done earlier in this year because I saw he was getting so many.
Yeah.
So I called that shit.
To answer your question, Mo Bamba was drafted 6th overall, and then right after him was Wendell Carter Jr.
Yep.
So was
So
that
you must
year.
have been pissed.
Dude, you
I
were.
remember
I
not
remember
being-
the texts. I remember the
I
text.
remember
You're
not
like,
being
God
too
damn it, they
happy.
did it again. How many times do I have to wish for a
I've been on-
player?
The goddamn Magic did it again.
The only time that the Chicago Bulls have ever drafted a player that I shouldn't say it twice. The 2 times that the Chicago Bulls have ever drafted a player that I legitimately wanted and was hopeful in the draft. One was Derrick Rose. The only reason why I don't count that is because
That was pure luck. Didn't we have like a 3% or like 1 to 3%?
yeah,
chance
kind of.
of
I
getting
really
that?
wasn't expecting it. But as far as gunning for, the other was Luol Deng. I really, really, really wanted Luol Deng, and the fact that we got him on, I was like, wow, I actually got a player that I really wanted. Since then, freaking zero. No players that I've ever wanted have been drafted by the Bulls. If we get
That's
the
how
number
life
1
goes.
overall pick in this draft, I guarantee you,
draft
when
Cam
I'm
Boozer?
expecting to hear AJ DeBanza and get ready to go buy my AJ
Not
DeBanza
gonna
jersey,
happen.
near
You're
freaking
not.
Darren Peterson or something.
I don't want Darren
So-
Pearson. Well, as bad. He kind of reminds me of who's that clown that was on the Sixers that forgot how to play basketball.
long
Ben
list.
Simmons.
Markelle Fultz?
Oh,
Ben
okay.
No,
Simmons.
Ben Simmons. Because Ben Simmons
Okay.
wanted no part of college basketball. Like he knew he was going number one, so he's like, I don't care. And that's what Darren Pearson reminds me, a guy that just like, well, I'm gonna get drafted, I don't care. And then he just like doesn't try. He used to, there was certain times in the season where he would like score some buckets and then just sub himself out of the game. I want no part of that guy.
That sounds sad.
That's fair. That's fair.
That sounds very sad.
He's really
And
good.
speaking of
I
sad-
want no part of him.
And speaking of sad, gentlemen, we've reached that sad part of the show where we must say goodbye to whatever Bulls fans are left out there, but millions and millions of Horniacs worldwide. What do you got, Dan Gracie?
Gentlemen, we are going to a wedding in the end of April.
Absolutely, we are.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're doing the bachelor party this weekend. I would say to Bulls fans and Horniacs, if you catch us out in Milwaukee, feel free to have a drink with us. But this episode will be out after the bachelor party. So
If you will have seen us in Milwaukee,
yeah, if you have seen us in Milwaukee, then we were probably not on our best behavior, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But no, I honestly have nothing. I am looking forward to this weekend for the bachelor party for our friend Brian and for the wedding that we're going to in Arizona. Other than that, I got nothing. Hopefully the Bulls can string some wins together, but doubtful.
Scotty B, what do you got before you head out of here?
Illinois plays in about 2 hours, so
Well, I'm hoping that by the next time
they need to get out of the first weekend. They're such a weird team where they could win the national championship or they could lose today, and I wouldn't be surprised.
That's a big gap there.
Yeah, they're
a big gap.
literally can be the best offense in the nation, and then just be one of the worst defensive teams ever. So it's such a, I don't know what's going to be with this team, but I'm hoping they make it at least the Elite Eight. So
Yeah, I would
that's
just
what I'm
love
going
to see
to
because
go for.
a lot of good people, a lot of good players have played for Illinois, and it's kind of like I don't want to say the quote unquote unofficial official like college team of Chicago, like of Illinois. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Illinois University.
Well, it is. It's
yeah,
because,
but I know,
well,
but like
think
we
about
have
it.
Loyola, we have like DePaul, we have
they're
all
not
these
good.
other teams.
They're not good anymore. Like DePaul used to be a powerhouse of basketball, but it's just they've been terrible. And like there is no other good basketball team in Illinois.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Like it's our unofficial official team. So. Plus,
I
I was a big fan of D Brown, Luther had like that team was what got me into got me into college ball, and then later fell out of it. But love this time.
So I know nothing of college basketball because there's way too many teams and divisions and everything. Is Illinois the best team in their division?
They are the third seed.
Yeah, third seed. So
in their side of the bracket, they came in like I want to say fourth or fifth in the Big Ten, though.
Oh well, for me, I have nothing except Bulls fans, Horniacs. If you do like what you're seeing, please give this video a like, drop us a sub, comment down below, say hi to the guys. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please leave us a rate and a review. It helps us stay afloat in the almighty algorithm. Catch me on Bulls on Tap. We do an episode every week. Shout out to my co-host Justin. But a big, big, big shout out to the aforementioned name, one of our best friends since we were kids. Brian is getting married to his lovely wife, Jessica, in April. We do have the lovely privilege of hosting said gentleman for bachelor party this weekend. I know it's going to come out afterwards, but hopefully we make it back in one piece and we can record another episode and tell you all the fun stories that transpired in Milwaukee.
I think we should do some sort of special out there.
I wouldn't mind that. I don't know if I can lug all this stuff there though, but I'm down.
I mean,
just a live.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Use our phones.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But with that being said, we encourage our Bulls fans and our Horniacs to keep their hoops high and their horns even higher. Go Bulls. Good night, everybody.